Abortion restrictions and bans could have some pretty devastating economic impacts on local economies. And that's according to a recent poll that was done by CNBC and Generation Labs. So they polled young workers, people who just graduated from college, to see where their hearts and minds are in terms of the job market, where they're planning on moving and working. Well, the Youth and Money in the USA survey found that almost 2/3 of respondents, 62%, would probably not or definitely not live in a state that banned abortion. Only slightly more than 1/3 of respondents, 38%, said either they definitely, at 17%, or probably at 21%, would live in a state that bans abortion when asked the same question. So this would severely limit the talent pool of 18 to 34-year-olds in as many as 21 states. 21 states, since the reversal of Roe v. Wade, have passed laws that either severely restrict or full out ban abortion. 45% of those surveyed said that if they were to be offered a job in a state where abortion is illegal, they would either definitely reject or probably reject the offer. Another 35% say they would probably accept the job, and only 20% of respondents said that they would definitely take the job. So this is really not that surprising to me, Cenk, because when you break it down by gender, I mean 54% of college students and graduates happen to be females. And so if you're young and you end up working in a state that has just banned abortion, like think about Texas or Florida, they have the 6-week abortion ban, which is effectively a full abortion ban. You're not able to exercise your own reproductive rights. And that derails the reason why you're in the state in the first place, which is your career, right? For economic opportunity.
Look, people would get on me in the past. I don't think they do much these days when I would say I wouldn't live in red states. So why? Because of laws like this. So the law, basically banning discussion of gay couples in Florida, all the other laws that were passed against LGBTQ community. I'm not in that community, but I have a heart, I have sympathy, I have empathy, and we fight for everyone here, not just ourselves. Pausing here to deliver some honest truth as we do in our news coverage as well. TYT is facing challenges, guys, as the entire industry is. You know who could make the difference? You. If you hit the join button below, it's gonna make all the difference and keep us in business. We appreciate you, thank you. And now when they have 21 states have passed these laws restricting abortion, are you crazy? Like we're gonna live there and you don't know what's gonna happen with your life. First of all, even if it never affects you, I don't wanna live in a state like that. And so if a country did that, I wouldn't live in that country because I believe in freedom. That's why we came to America. Now, states in America are restricting fundamental freedoms. But then, I have a daughter and she's gonna grow up one day, and I want her to be in control of her own body.
And her own life.
I don't want some government thug coming in and saying, I now seize your body and you will not be able to do whatever you want with it for 9 months. And I'm gonna change your life, the trajectory of your life based on what Yahweh told some rabbi 2,500 years ago, as opposed to what you think. No deal, no deal. Those young people that are in that answering that survey, 100% right. And they're young. It could directly affect their lives.
Exactly, that's exactly right. And look, last year, Fast Company actually had this fascinating piece that noted that abortion bans are also driving medical professionals away from these restrictive states. Beyond the individual impact on abortion seekers, state level restrictions cost the US economy more than $105 billion annually, according to a 2021 report by the Institute for Women's Policy Research. Over the past year, the issue of abortion rights has also started driving talent away from states where abortion has been banned or severely restricted. The Journal of Medical Ethics, for instance, also published a study last December that found that the vast majority, 77% of 3rd and 4th year students across 125 medical schools would not apply for residency in states that have abortion bans.
But that one's not even close.
Yeah.
I mean, I almost yelled, of course, after you said your first sentence. You're gonna be an OBGYN in an American Taliban state that say, oh, there was a miscarriage and you helped save the woman's life. Well, I don't think so, I think it was an abortion. You should have kept it in there. That's how you go to prison for 5 years. They're gonna have no doctors left eventually. I mean, they'll have other doctors, but for OBGYN, I mean, you'd be nuts to go to one of these red states.
And guys, there's a real problem there's a problem already in the country in rural parts of this nation where they don't have hospitals. They don't have access to medical care. And the problem is now going to be compounded by this abortion issue. So it's not just about the impact that abortion restrictions and bans have on individuals in an individual basis, but also the unexpected consequences that impact everyone else in the community.
Yeah, so I have a friend who's OBGYN and he doesn't do abortions, but everything they do is judged microscopically already because of lawsuits. So they're super nervous about what they can and can't do. Now you put them in a red state and say the government is going to judge you, and if they think you did anything wrong, whether you actually did something wrong or not, they're going to put you in prison?
Come on.
Who would ruin their life and do that? Look, eventually the red states, if they insist on keeping these barbaric ancient laws, they're going to turn into Gaza, where you have to be like a heroic doctor to go in and save people and help people in those states because they have no OBGYNs in the state, and they're in disastrous shape, and all right, I'll risk going to prison just to help those people, right? That's gonna be the situation we have here. It's not hyperbole. I can't believe there's any OBGYN left in those states.
Right.
They are heroes for staying in those states.
Yeah, I mean, Idaho's had a shortage of OBGYNs because of their restrictive abortion laws. So there are already consequences playing out. And it just really makes no sense to me when you consider that the majority of Americans, with Republicans included in the polling, want to keep abortion legal in the first trimester. So that's what, the first 12 weeks, at least? But you have full-blown bans in some states.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.